Over the years, our kids have had a lot of illnesses. 6 kids means a lot of childhood sniffles and coughs. And when our kids weren't feeling well, it affected our entire home. Luckily, some clever guys in Brisbane have come up with the perfect solution: Rehydrate.
Rehydrate are delicious drinks that rehydrate up to 3 times faster than water alone, packed with essential electrolytes. Rehydrate is one of the few rehydration products that is safe for all ages. Stock up at Coles and be prepared whenever illness strikes.
This is the Happy Families podcast with Dr Justin Coulson. We are Luke and Susie, and this is the podcast for time-poor parents who just want answers now.
One thing that you hear often with parents is they're always so good at school, why can't I get them to behave like that at home?
Yeah.
But I think one little word seems to explain it all. Routine.
Oh.
Establishing routines. It's kind of an important thing. Well, I think it was learning that it was an important thing for kids that made me realise it's kind of an important thing for us grown-ups as well.
Yeah, we seem to actually do better when life feels predictable. It makes us feel more secure, and we actually get more done. It's funny, though, when I talk to a lot of parents, they say, I just don't like being in a routine because then I feel like I'm rigid, I'm stuck, I don't have any flexibility. You can have a routine and have a degree of flexibility around it. Routine actually allows you to have that flexibility and then come back to that safety when things aren't working out quite right. And gee, it's important.
Well, it is, and so I'm not a disciplined routine personality. It's not natural to me. But as you say, what I've learned is that if I actually do a portion of my life well on routine, everything else, the freedom and the adaptability that I do well, it comes easier because everything's in a good place.
That's it. I mean, you can be all army commander and disciplinarian, ship shape and all that sort of thing, and that works for some families. And if it works for you, then that's fabulous. I prefer that kind of an approach myself. I like to know that at 7:03, this is what's happening. And at 7:06, that works for me. But my wife doesn't like that, and so we've compromised and we've set up what we call time targets. And so we've just got 2 or 3 time targets that anchor our morning or that anchor our evening, and it's those time targets that keep us on track. We've got flexibility outside of those things, but we know that bang on this time, the whole family comes together for a meal, or everyone has to be out the door, or whatever it is, and that seems to work pretty well for us.
Well, we get that routine is important, but how do we get young children to see the same thing? It's the Happy Families podcast with Dr Justin Coulson. More next.
Most children are born curious and confident. They love to explore the world, meet new friends and try new things. But between the ages of 2 and 12, confidence often drops off. Why and how can we rebuild it? Creating Confident Kids is an easy-to-read ebook for busy parents where you'll discover the 5 biggest mistakes most parents make that crush their kids' confidence and the 5 best confidence boosters for building resilience and well-being in your children. Creating Confident Kids by Dr Justin Coulson at happyfamilies.com.au.
It's the Happy Families podcast with Dr Justin Coulson as we talk about the importance of routine in our families.
Yeah, so we know how important it is. How do we, because we can't really sit down with young children and go, right, let's talk about the importance of routine. How do we get them to follow the program that we think is important?
Well, I think that the best tip, and look, there's a handful that I could give you, but I'm just going to give you one because it works so well with children of pretty much any age. You use music to set them up for success. So what you do is you get one of those little Bluetooth speakers, or you go over to your CD player or whatever it is that you use to play your music nice and loud through the house. And you say, kids, every morning when you hear this song, what we're going to do is we're going to get together for this thing. And when you hear this song, that means it's time to go and do that. And it's great for 2 reasons. First of all, the kids get to pick songs that make them feel fantastic, which means that you don't have to go, kids,
yes.
I've told you 1,000 times, kids. You actually get to be calm and quiet and just play a song that makes them feel great. The other thing that's really good about it is they've got some buy-in into it. It's kind of, it changes the energy in your home. So in our family, we've got a song that I play on the piano. I don't play the piano well, but I've got 3 songs that I can play. And I play one of those songs every morning at 6:30. And when the kids hear that song, they know that they've got 5 minutes to be in the living room so that we can plan the day, get on with things and make things happen. And then I play another song. Usually it's one of the kids' favourite songs, lately it's been, this is going to be the best day of my life. I know that's so 2014, but whatever. And we play that song. It gets everyone pumped up and psyched up, and they know that when that song comes on, they've got about 3.5 minutes till the end of the song before they've got to be in the car so we can get them off to the bus stop or off to school or whatever it is. And those couple of little time targets stop us from shouting and yelling, and it actually, I guess the word is conditioned. Song, it's kind of like Pavlov. They start salivating. The kids know that it's time to do their thing.
Oh,
That's great. It's kind of like the school bell. Kids know when the school bell rings, it's time to line up, or it's time to go to lunch, or whatever it is.
love it.
But it's
Same idea.
But it's something that is actually good for the whole. Music is so good, isn't it?
And there's so many. Not to say that I ever think that your ideas are bad, Justin, but this is so in the sweet spot for our family.
Yeah, perfect
our
for our
boys,
family.
we
Yeah.
do this. We sit around the speaker and they choose a song just because, and we have a little family playlist because of songs that we're okay. We filtered through and that they love, and this is just a natural next step to help. I love it.
I like it
a
too.
hair and teeth song, Sue.
Yes.
Do you get your uniform on song? I love it.
My work here is done.
Yeah.
Lovely to chat with you.
You too, helping us re-establish routines from happyfamilies.com.au. It is Dr Justin Coulson. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
For more info and all of Justin's books, podcasts and programs, you can jump online to happyfamilies.com.au. And to find out how to have Justin speak at your school, or you can come along to your organisation as well, go to justincoulson.com.